Welcome back to iRacing Basic Training. In this segment, we're going to run some laps with the street stock and MX-5. Before you get into an open practice with experienced drivers, it's important to run some laps by yourself in a private test. To do this, click on the test button on the members website and select a car and track you wish to drive. Then hit the Test Car on Track button. In our first session, we'll drive the street stock at USA International Speedway. If you're strictly focused on advancing your road course career, you'll find that these tips for ovals can be applicable to your interests too. Think of your first test as an opportunity to prove yourself to a team owner or sponsor interested in funding your racing career. From the first time you hit the track, it's important to start building good habits. Once the software is loaded, you'll see a user interface which includes many important tools and functions. Before we hit the track, we'll open the options menu. Remember, in the quick start guide, we configured your controls. To confirm that you've calibrated correctly, steer the wheel left and right and press the gas and brake down and confirm it matches the on-screen feedback. Also, recall what you assigned to shift gears. If everything checks out okay, you're ready to drive. We're going to use one driving assist until you get comfortable with the track, the informative best line. This feature will give you an idea of where the fastest line is and where you want to brake and hit the gas. Exit the options menu and at the top of the screen you will see a green test button. Click that and the software will put you behind the wheel of your car and in your pit stall. Remember, driving aggressively will not be rewarded in your first test session. Ease down on the gas pedal, as if you're driving a street car for the first time. You are behind the wheel of a race car, but remember, this is a street stock. This is an exceptionally heavy machine with not much grip. Slowly build your way up to the limit of the tires. The wrong combination of gas, brake, and wheel inputs will send you spinning in no time. On the straightaway, try to stay reasonably close to the outside wall. This track does require some braking entering the turns, but not much. Use 10 to 15% brake input, let off the brake, then start to turn into the corner while aiming for the yellow line that distinguishes the apron from the banking. Putting your left side tires next to the yellow line through the turn is where you want to be. This is what we call the groove. When you get comfortable, there are different techniques to run faster lap times, but for now, let's just stick with this. This car is naturally unstable on corner entry. If you take the turns too fast or too much steering input, the car will step out faster than you can counter steer to save it. If you crash or spin, it's not a big deal. You can reset to pit road and be put into a brand new street stock. However, if you're frequently resetting, this is a sign that you're pushing the car too hard, and the tires can't carry the load you're putting on them. At this point, all your focus should be on running smooth, steady laps. Take testing seriously, and use this time as efficiently as possible. If you drive the car like how you would in an actual race, testing becomes time well spent. Let's move on to the Mazda Mx-5. Many of the same principles apply in these cars. The biggest difference is weight. With a lighter, more balanced feel, the MX-5s have more agility. The track we'll be testing on today is Summit Point. Summit Point has an interesting mixture of high and low speed turns with heavy braking zones. Before you hit the track, it's a good idea to learn the track layout first. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go over every possible car and track combination. Usually, you can search YouTube of iRacing hot laps to study some quick lap times by more experienced members. If you cannot find an iRacing video of that car and track, you can substitute it with real-world footage. Now that we have a rough idea of what to expect, let's load the sim and get on track. As you head down the long front straightaway towards turn 1, you'll notice shift indicators pop up on your dash. Each car is different, but normally when you see red, that's time to shift. You'll also see many cones on your left to help you with your braking point. It's important to be looking for objects you can use as reference points, especially under braking. There are many unique curbs at this track. Sometimes it's fast to hit them with your inside tires to help the car turn. Other times it can brake the car sideways and you can lose speed. Usually this just requires trial and error. Summit Point is a great example of how slick the grass can be. Do your best to not go beyond the curbs and keep all 4 tires on the road. Again, focus on driving safely. Running a smooth and predictable line will help you prepare to race around other cars. Slowly build up your speed to experience putting more load on the tires. Eventually, you will be doing some consistent incident-free laps and you'll be able to turn off the informative driving line. When this is the case, it's time to get on track with other cars. We'll cover that in Chapter 3, Preparing to Race.